really done. Let's get it. That's wild. Feels good to win as a former Knick, man. Feel me? We should record about the same. She had to go out there and get that, B. Bad. Bro. That man Wemby was tight, bro. I don't know, bro. Like, my boy pulled that. It's my boy Brunson, the burner. That shit was crazy, bro. Man. He's the GOAT of New York City, bro.
Yeah. It's over! It's over! Knick fans, this is not a dream. Your long, long wait has ended. Go ahead and cry. After 53 years, the Knicks are finally NBA champions once again.
Let that sink in on this championship morning, properly caffeinated.
Wow.
On SportsCenter AM, Gary Streisky, Randy Scott alongside. Turns out we have a bunch of crybabies on our show staff, and for good reason this morning.
Reason to cry. For the first time in 53 years, the Knicks are world champions. We are all New Yorkers today. Get your butters out. The Knicks did it. Ring bong. JB on the road trying to close this thing out in Game 5. Can the Spurs extend the series? Well, New York is 3-0 in series clinchers on the road, but they got to get through Wemby. Right there puts the Spurs up by 3. Dylan Harper driving baseline up and under. Got it. Spurs were up 10 after one. The Knicks only had 13 points after the first quarter, but if you've paid attention to any of this series, you know they are a second-half team. Wemby, wing triple, 1 for 6 from 3. Spurs up by 16, but they've been up double digits already in this series, and they've let that lead slip away. Brunson over 2 defenders, Knicks down 7. What about Josh Hart? The hard way, up against the stanchion. 13 points for him. Those two came the hard way. 42-37 at the half. De'Aaron Fox to Wemby. Mitchell Robinson picks up a flagrant one. Spurs up 7 after the made free throw. Halfway through the third. Look at JB pulling up. You're not going to like his replay. Wemby just too long. JB landing on his ankle. You're going to see the replay, but play continues here. So on the other end, Devin Vassell gets it on the other end. He responds with a triple. Brunson wanted the foul. Take a look. Wemby's foot was in that landing area. Brunson did have 30 points through 3 quarters. Spurs up 72-65 going into the fourth.
Yeah, and then it's Wemby baseline this time, just throwing down. I mean, much maligned for shooting farther away outside the paint for so much of this series, but Wemby doing some damage in tight, finished with 19 points, 14 rebounds. Then it's Brunson, who played 41 minutes. He made 14 shots. That is as many as Wemby, Fox, and Stephon Castle combined. He did it in amongst the trade, 15 points in the fourth quarter. OG Anunoby said he was resilient, mentally tough, always in attack mode. Brunson to the rack. We're all square at 83, and then he was 4 of 7 from distance. By far his most effective three-point shooting night, and that's why Devin Vassell is inside his jersey and picks up the foul, and Brunson makes all 3 free throws. The Knicks have a 1-point lead. Wemby, meanwhile, bye-bye Karl Anthony Towns. 2 points, 10 rebounds, though, 23 minutes. Wemby 1 for 2 for the line. Spurs down 2. Harper, what a night for him. 6th rookie in NBA history to score 25 points. When facing elimination, he was 10 of 19 from the floor. We're square at 88, and then we're not. Brunson had a step. Brunson hits the floater. 45 points are a Knicks finals record. And how about this Brunson, Hart, Mikal Bridges group? Hart, no. Harper trying for the rebound, running in transition. He's going to go ahead and miss the layup, though, and Hart is there for the rebound. Hart, Bridges, and Brunson trying to be the first trio to win an NCAA title together and an NBA title together. Hart missing the second. Robinson a rebound. Massive rebound. He had 10 of them. He out-rebounds Wemby, despite Wemby having position. The Knicks imposing their will. They're the second team in NBA history to win 9 games on the road in a postseason. Down 4. Wemby, no. Stephon Castle, what a time for his first field goal of the game. He was 1 for 10 from the floor. But OG Anunoby can make 1 of 2 and make it a 2-possession game. He does. So here come the Spurs. They're in desperation mode. De'Aaron Fox, a nightmare game 7, giving it up to Wemby, a 3 that goes begging, and that was it. And Knicks fans, so many of them making the trip to San Antonio, so many of them celebrating back in New York, including a father-son moment between Rick Brunson, and Jalen Brunson. It's the first title since 1973. Brunson is your finals MVP. Brunson, emotional with Lisa Salters after this win.
There are no more games left. We can talk about it now. You're a champion. What is this moment feeling like to you?
I ordered that hat, juice. And I got the shirt. Let's see if they come up like every day. I ordered it late.
Waited a long time for this.
I got no words.
This is the last thing that they used to. I can't remember this, but I ordered it the day they were.
Everything I ever dreamed of.
And I ordered a double shirt.
We're going to find a way. Whatever you put in front of us, we're going to find a way. Doesn't matter. Does not matter whatsoever. We're going to find a way every single time we step on this court. Every time.
Everyone was doubted at some point. This team was doubted at some point. And all we focused on is the next game. All we focused on is those guys in the locker room. And people don't understand, we don't really talk about it, but the weight of that jersey, the expectations, the pressure of that jersey. And like I say, today, right now is the lightest it's ever felt.
This moment is so much bigger than even us, and I think even for us, we don't even know the magnitude of what we just done. We were so locked into each other. We were so locked into the mission, the task at hand.
Yeah, he be dragging.
We just wanted to get this done for the city. The city deserved it. They've been yearning for this moment. They've been wanting a reason to get excited, to cheer, to go in the streets and do the craziness you've been seeing every single day.
Look at this again.
Those fans probably still in the streets, certainly, as senior NBA reporter Brian Windhorst joining the program now. Wendy, good morning to you. This Knicks team won all 4 of their finals games by erasing double-digit deficits. They finished the postseason with a 16-3 record. Now less than 12 hours after, what jumped out to you about this New York team?
Young boy.
Just how spectacular their build is to become a champion. This team never tanked. Okay, they never got lucky in the lottery. The highest draft pick this front office ever made was 25 in the first round. The genius of sticking their neck out on Jalen Brunson, and then a series of shrewd trades to acquire all of the key players on this team. A couple of good draft picks in the second round. And you look at them, they did it organically. They played 9 playoff series over the last 3 years. That's getting your 10,000 hours, making the second round, getting heartbreak, making the conference finals and then heartbreak, and then this year going all the way. It is a beautiful construction and a beautiful thing to celebrate for the Knicks and their fans.
Talk about sticking their neck out for Jalen Brunson. He's worth every single penny and then more. He's your finals MVP, 45 points, 15 points in the fourth quarter. He outscored the Spurs over the final 8 minutes and 20 seconds of the game. What is your perspective on his performance in these finals and really this postseason, Wendy, as a whole?
I always was a fan of Brunson.
Well, this is an all-time closeout game. 45 points on the road. We're talking only a handful of guys who've ever done it. This is a Michael Jordan-esque performance. That's not an exaggeration. This is the type of game Jordan has had, and he did it after turning that ankle over in that first half. In that Victor Wembanyama play. And let me just say that they call him the captain. And he is the epitome of being a captain. Not only is he their emotional leader and their physical leader, he's their spiritual leader. And he built this roster too because he left over $100 million on his contract that helped fill out this team and keep it strong. An absolutely iconic moment for Jalen Brunson.
Since 1971, that's going to be the new template. Like, you want to win?
Fourth quarters in
yeah, big stars got to take pay cuts because of the new CBA.
Shaquille O'Neal.
There's
Wendy,
not enough
stand by right there. Randy's got more on the Spurs.
Yeah, talk about how these Spurs had double-digit leads here. You touched on it. In each game of this series, and they wound up only winning one game in this series. The Knicks leading for just 23.6% of the total time, the lowest percentage of time spent leading the finals by a champion since at least 1971. So Victor Wembanyama maybe 7'4", 7'5", but here he is on falling short.
What I'm pissed about is that there's probably 100 games before we can be back in finals. So, I don't know how to say it in English, but I'm going to have to, hold that inside of me and slow down, wait, and execute for 100 games. We absolutely dominated for most of the series.
Brunson's like, you got one more time, buddy.
Our mistakes are punished so hard.
I go to fix one thing. Good thing
that we can't have ups and downs like this so much, The ups are okay, the downs is the reason.
Brunson said, you got one more time, buddy.
Brian, there's some fans who point to that and say it's sour grapes. So we dominated for so much of this series, but statistically they did. And you talked to Victor Wembanyama. You've done so dozens of times. You interviewed him when he got drafted.
Yeah,
and who did he remind you of as he was talking
about that? You got one more time, buddy, and
that's
it. He's going to up it.
Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to hear from him. Not the dominating part, but really the self-criticism, because this is the same thing LeBron James said after losing his first finals in 2007. He said, what I learned here is I have to get so much better. And Victor, I think, was more impressed.
An individual who can lead the team to winning a championship. If an individual can go out there, be down in a potential closeout game, they were down by 16 points. As you all can clearly see, there was never a moment in this game after the first handful of minutes where the Knicks were winning. They were down by 16 at one point, 15 at the end of the third, 10. They were down by double digits in the fourth, and they still won this game. And if you are an individual on the team where your second best player in Karl Anthony Towns can only play 22 minutes because he got in foul trouble, when your second best player not only gets 5 fouls himself and OG Anunoby, but shoots 3 for 11, Josh Hart 4 for 11, Towns, when he was playing, 1 for 7. Landry Shamet, 2 for 7. Jose Alvarado, 0 for 5. 0 for 2 for Deuce McBride.